over to you, Sebastian.
Right. So today is the NFT Alliance meeting. And for the NFT Alliance, we at NFT DAO have decided to use our resources to create a tool that would be good for the entire NFT ecosystem of the Cardano chain. And basically, the name of this tool is Easy Mint. Easy Mint will be a Docker file. That means it's going to be a data package that any project can download. They can deploy in their own platform, and through there they can mint NFTs without having to code any Bluetooth or anything that has to do with the more technical aspects of the Cardano chain, and basically just have a one-way out-of-the-box NFT minting tool. The way it's going to work is that it's going to deploy on your system, and it's going to make the NFT minting request to the backend. The backend is going to be run possibly by us, by NFT DAO in a server, or maybe through some third parties. We haven't decided that yet. But at the end of the day, we wanted to make it as simple as possible by any project to just deploy NFT minting capability on their website, and don't have to worry about the code, the security, and the rest of the most complicated portions of the NFT system. So for now, it's under development. We hope it's going to be ready end of January, when we're going to release it again for free, open source on our GitHub and on Docker GitHub also. And anyone can just get it from there and use it from their own purpose.
So when you say anyone, right off the bat, it's like, okay, what are the technical, what can I download this onto my laptop? What will the steps be to get to that point of actually minting the NFT? So that's one question I have. The second one is, I know that I've minted one NFT, but I also realize there's metadata and there's capacities of NFTs that are beyond just that picture and making some ADA on this, but there's actually way to trace things, that other power behind the NFT. Do you have an education component to this user friendly NFT? And how do I as somebody who wants to take photos or something, some creation, turn it into an NFT and create impact? How do I go about that? Sorry, 3 questions all at once.
No worries. For the first one, there are going to be 2 levels to the tool. One is going to be a minting platform that we're going to host, and there are people that are just not technical at all can just go upload a picture, fill in whatever they want in the metadata, like the name, author, things like that, and they'll get the NFT. And for people that know web development, right, they're a little bit more technical perhaps, they can go to our Docker file, they can download that, and they can integrate that into their website and have NFTs minting from their website without having to, again, have to code anything in smart contracts or anything that is more specific to Cardano. So basically, we are targeting web developers that are, proficient with front-end development. The second component about the role of NFTs, well, we are gonna restart our minting, our NFT minting platform along with this tool, right? So we're gonna open our marketplace. One of the things we're looking to do in that marketplace is to showcase a different role for NFTs. And the one we have narrow to is gonna be, we're gonna sell, or probably still not completely locked, but the deal is we have made contact with a person in Honduras, and he is connected with some coffee growers there. So the idea is that we're gonna create packages of coffee, and those packages are gonna be linked to an NFT. And when you purchase the NFT, you're gonna see that the original grower got a fairer price for the coffee, for the product. And through that, we're gonna do the traceability to the final consumer. And we're gonna create a connection between the original grower the consumer, and through the blockchain, you can see that the original person or the producer got a better price for the lot of coffee.
And this is what we need the NFTs for, the traceability, transparency. So along with this purchase of the NFT and the coffee, are you using a smart contract that shows where percentages goes?
I mean, the transaction, the final price of the transaction is going to reflect what the breakdown is, right? How much the producer got and how much the importers and the rest of the people in the chain. We also have another tool that is called EasyPay that basically automatically connects the Cardano blockchain with things like PayPal, Venmo, and basically payment processors. So my guess is that the producers are not going to want to have ADA, right? They're going to want to have dollars. So the exchange is going to be there done automatically. So that's going to show
Through
how many
the
dollars.
Easy Pay.
Yeah, how many dollars they
Okay.
got for their coffee lot.
So this reminds me of Bam Nut Milk, which was just announced during the summit. What If Foods is combined with farmers in Ghana, where they harvest the Bambara nut, create a powder. What If Foods sends that powder to Indonesia, and they're creating a product that you can actually buy on their website for ADA, and it has a smart contract that shows transparently. Pond Foundation with Scott Poynton is the one that's organizing the regenerative work on the ground. And you see the, What If Foods is giving 1% to Pound Foundation. Pound Foundation gives 100% to the farmers. That's over and above what they already pay. What If Food, what they already pay to the farmers. So, it becomes much more transparent that way. So I see a huge connection in what you're doing. And, certainly this in the Honduras with the coffee, this is a product, this is a system and a process that we all want. And if you've got it already done and you've created the tool, why would I go and waste more time trying to reinvent that wheel when I can just go and find the projects that need this support? So, there's a reason why I showed up in your meeting today. And I have a feeling this is a very, very strong one. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a test what we're going to run, right? So the person that is has the connection with the coffee in Honduras, he is also a Cardano enthusiast, so he knows a lot about the chain. So for that reason, he was able to facilitate that connection. And that's why we can do it. But from there, going to a farmer that doesn't know anything about blockchain, has no knowledge about these things, is a much taller order. So ideally
that's where WADA comes in. This is where WADA, the community of WADA. Sorry?
That is in Africa, right?
Exactly. So WADA has a community. They have the education around ADA and blockchain. They also have the projects and the need, and you'll end up being able to have the verification as well, that these are boots on the ground. So, having this tool is one thing. You want to get it in the hands of the farmers and the people that need it. So definitely want to help you out with that, because I see this being very valuable. And after going through Idea Scale over the last year and seeing all the different proposals, wanting to reinvent these things, and seeing also the disconnection, people don't know where to find this stuff. They don't know where the tool shed is, and so, I believe that's a big part of Cardano for Climate, is that we will direct people to that tool shed and help them select those. If you need use cases or practice runs, we got loads. We can help connect you to other farmers on the ground. So let's stay connected that way for sure. Very excited about this. You give me brand new hope for 2023. We're going to start seeing actual work being done.
Yeah. We want to have an NFT that does more than just an image, right?
Yeah, why bother? Otherwise it becomes a fad and it fades. And you know, if we're not actually doing something with it, it'll fizzle out. So fantastic.
Yeah, my view on NFTs is that, you know, people have completely misunderstood it. You know, the thing is, NFT stands for identity and traceability. That's what that NFT is. And then when people hear NFT, the first thing they think of is bored monkeys or whatever, right? And it's absolutely, that's just the, that's
It's
not
a
even,
game.
it's not even the tip of the iceberg. Because I mean, NFTs can be used all the way down to DIDs and whatnot. And as I said before, it's a form of traceability and identity of a product or a person or whatever you want to do. So yeah, NFTs are, NFTs are not dead. It's very unfortunate that the name has gotten tarnished. So,
well, like anything, it gets grabbed for its commercial value, whether it's the word organic, green, impact, all these words become buzzwords and they turn into something else other than what they were actually intended to do. And so, you know, keeping that close, that helium balloon from getting too far away from the ground is important. And, you know, that's why we're here. Landano also does NFTs. When you said land rights, you know, there's, that's Peter Van Gardner. He started Treedano and Landano. So that's another really good connection for you. Maybe there's some sort of partnership or collaboration that you can work with him on that too. I'm not sure what they're doing. So
yeah, I know Peter. Yeah, we have spoken before. Good.
And who else? And Shlomo, who was just at the town hall with his NFTs on Apocalypsia for helping support ocean cleanup. You know, there's some pretty cool stuff out. And I think our voice is very quiet when we want to do the real thing. And, you know, we don't have a lot of big marketing and fancy flyers.
But I think one of the things that we wanted to do is that we actually want to go ahead and create this and get this all rolling, and then also start bringing in other people afterwards. Because unfortunately, being in this space of the Cardano catalyst and all that kind of stuff, and I'm only speaking from my point of view now, so don't you know, I'm not speaking for NFT Dell, but there's so many people and so many feelings that when you start bringing in too many people, they all want to have their say. And then suddenly you're starting to hurt people's feelings, and people are very different. And there are some people that are starting to badmouth others. And then you start getting this snowball effect of bad reputations or something. And then the project itself gets tarnished, although the project itself was really, really good to start with. So I think one of the things that when we discussed was like, let's get this rolling and get this up and running. And then when it is running, let people start using it and see what they say. And then they can come in. And like Sebastian said, because it's open source, so you can implement that in your own web pages and stuff like that. Then you start doing your own changes that you wanted to do to fit your product. But if you bring in too many people in the beginning,
it's too many cooks in the kitchen, isn't it? Right? And we all have this certain taste. You put in oregano with cinnamon, I'm not sure about how that's going to work, or pineapple with something else, you know, some other topping on that pizza. Totally understandable.
Really, really the ideas that they come with could be really, really good. But when you're starting a project like this one, it might actually slow down the process rather than speeding it up. And then, you know, but we, trust me, and Sebastian, you can also confirm this. We have brought in people to get advice and get, you know, how do we do this in the best way? We have programmers that are in the group, and you know, we again, I think that starting this project from the right end is very, very important. And as I said again, this group is fantastic. It's some really, really smart people in this group.
And that's it. You know, one tool doesn't always work for every application. So having multiple eyes, not for your project, but having another NFT minting service from a different shape of that tool is absolutely perfect. And there's no tool that's one size fits all. So I'm glad that you brought that point in, because yeah, too many voices, too many opinions, personalities makes it very difficult to get work done. And so we have to centralize. We have to, you know, buckle down and really figure out what we're going to do, or we get nothing done. So
that's the whole point of making it open source and open for everybody to use and whatnot. You start making the bottom foundation of something that's workable and working for everybody to start using. And also by us starting using it as open source and open for everybody to use, if you get someone into the group and he says he wants to add something to it, but they have a different view and says, well, I think we should monetize it, then suddenly you're having an issue. And the group that we are in, we're all are in agreement that yes, this should be open for everybody to use. Sebastian, add into any time you want.
Or nothing to say at the moment.
but that's it. That's your value, right? That's the core value of it being open source and available for everybody to use. You stick to that. You know, that's the part that keeps you focused when there's the shuffling of the decks. So thank you very much for taking the time to explain this to me. Sebastian, if you can send me a copy of the recording, somehow we'll connect, and I'd really like to get this out on Cardano for Climate channels and let people be aware of what you're doing. And yeah, it takes some time, but doesn't everything we do take time? We'll be ready for you.
I just wanted to add one more thing that is, you know, of personal value for me, but also for the rest of the group. Since we are talking about open source, one thing that has become very clear for us is that by doing it open source, not only if we can do it open source here, there will be people out there that actually can maybe implement that in different kind of platforms. Because one day we will not just have this on the Cardano platform, but it might be a part of the whole metaverse, you know, space. And by having it open source, will create for other people to have a chance to go in and build something. Let's say that they're on the Ethereum platform, but they can actually use some of the stuff that we are using, and open source will make this possible. And so that is something you can't stop by thinking that we're going to do this for Cardano specifically. The world is one day going to be all encumbered in the metaverse space, and whatever that means, we need to make it possible for everybody to use if they want to use it and can use it.
This is it. Otherwise you limit yourself. And I think even we're thinking the same thing. You know, how do we actually scale impact? You know, and if there's a container that keeps you in from doing that, then it's like, okay, we have to blow the top off of that one too. So, you know, wherever it may be, I think we're also looking to figure out, because our goal is actually making the world work better for people, all people, animals, and the planet. And if we're doing that just by we're not doing that by just flapping our gums. So, you know, it's something that definitely has to happen. I like your virtual background, Thomas, even though it's not a virtual background. It's very colorful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very authentic. Thank you.
It's very real.
Yeah, I know, right? What's Melanie, Cardano for Climate? We were supposed to meet last week, I think. I looked at my calendar and I saw someone from Cardano for Climate. So I'll have to check with that. Sorry about that. Also, Eric, Sebastian, hi, wonderful to meet you guys.
So what is your interest on NFTs? What brings you here?
I'm a massive NFT skeptic, so I'm looking to be sold on them. I think they're the biggest scam in the world, and they're just not good for anything. So,
you should have been there 10 minutes ago.
So I'm pasting in our Telegram chat, Thomas. You can find me there, M Russo 2020. and you know, of course, other people from Cardano for Climate as well. I'm going to actually post this video there once Sebastian lets me know where the link is or if I can find it, because this was a really amazing conversation, in my opinion, on the value of NFTs and why we need to keep them for the purpose they were intended for, and not throw the baby out with the bathwater, because there's a lot of good.
And what were they intended for?
So basically, next year we're gonna relaunch our NFT platform, and the first thing we're trying to do is we're gonna try to give it a new role to the NFT. For that, we are in the process of securing a deal with a group of coffee growers in Honduras. And what we're gonna do is gonna create NFTs from a specialty coffee lot. We're gonna package those coffees, and each package, individual package, is gonna have an NFT that represents the lot, the farm where it was harvested, the species of the coffee, the growers, if they want to, right? We don't want to dox them. And when you purchase this coffee, you're able to mint the NFT. You're gonna see all that information, and you can trace back to the transaction that the original farmer got a better price for the coffee than market rate or something like that, right? Because initially,
fantastic. So you're tracking that the farmer has been paid fair, because obviously
traceability
you see all the time.
and
You see all the time,
transparency.
yeah, all the time. You see these you know, fair trade stickers and, you know, fair deal stickers on gross, but you don't know. You know, you don't know. I mean, they can say it. No way. So you're saying that through this system, and you have to bear in mind though, these farmers aren't going to want to be paid on the blockchain. So what's stopping at the point of minting? What's stopping at the point of minting? Just making up oh yeah, we pay them this much, stick that label on, in the same way as you would anywhere else.
Well, we have another tool that is called EasyPay. Basically connects PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe to the Cardano blockchain. When you do a purchase through there, automatically transforms the dollar to ADA, goes through the Cardano blockchain, and the farmer has the choice to take the ADA directly and transform into dollars into a PayPal account or a Venmo account. And that way they don't have to work with the volatility of ADA, and you will see that in the transaction.
That's awesome. How many farmers you partnered with?
Right now we only have 2, right? And actually one of the farmers is also a Cardano enthusiast. That's why he was very, very keen to enter. But that's going to be for the pilot, right? Once we have a pilot proof, we are going to approach farmers that perhaps are not so tech savvy, right? But at least at the beginning, we want to partner with this guy we met that is also a Cardano enthusiast.
That's really cool. That is very, very cool. Yeah.
Do you feel sold by it now?
I'm still, well, I mean, okay. So as far as valid utilities for NFTs go, and also the fact that you get an NFT with coffee is a bit of a marketing thing as well, which helps the coffee sell a bit easier, because it'll be the first of its kind. Yeah, no, okay, I can see the NFTs as a receipt, essentially. Okay. Interesting.
It's a little bit, you know, if you had been here earlier, it's like I told Melanie, I said, you know, I think the majority of people have misunderstood NFTs. NFTs actually, the big use cases for NFTs is identity and traceability. So you can use NFTs as the end product of, let's say that you're going to start doing voting, for instance, you know, and all the information that you stack on there. And in the end, your NFT is the final product that says, hey, I voted and these are the people I voted for and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, like I told Melanie before, is that the word meta or NFTs has gotten really bad rap. It's just become a bad word. And I personally think that, you know, maybe rewording it and finding another word for it would be a better way or better end product. But unfortunately, it is what it is. But I think also it's our job to change people's mind, to understand, make them understand. If we go back, and I don't know if you get, well, Melanie probably remember this in the early days of .com. You know, for a while there, .com, the name .com had a very bad connotation. And, you know, fast forward 20 years now, it's not anymore. So maybe, hopefully, NFTs will be part of you know, like we don't look at it from that perspective anymore. So hopefully we will change your mind, Thomas. And if you have ideas that you want to bring forward, absolutely, you know, don't be afraid. Just come and ask. And,
Yeah, I'll put there my email in the chat, so yeah, you can contact us anytime.
what I wanted to add,
yeah, that's my little black book. There you go. No, it's really interesting to see the kind of utility that you guys have identified with the tech, because it's that no one would deny the vast majority of NFTs are heartless, soulless attempts to sell someone something they can otherwise have for free under the guise of ownership. And NFTs are almost a byproduct or a side effect of this technology, right? NFTs were never conceived in mind to be pictures in the first place, right? It is just, can you have a single instance of a thing on the chain that is unique and identifiably the only one of that thing, right? And they've kind of been contorted and twisted for so long into something so beyond what they're meant to be. I have to approach any NFT project with the ultimate skepticism, because the second you hear NFT generally in the space, you're thinking, okay, how are they gonna rip me off this time? So it's refreshing. I gotta say, it's very refreshing to hear of something that's actually a genuine use case.
Yeah,
you've been in the wrong group, Thomas.
So can you tell me, Thomas, do you come from a techie background or boots on the ground? Like, where are you on that spectrum?
Sure. So I used to be a journalist with Crypto Magazine. I'm still the Cardano columnist there, but with the most widely distributed global blah 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 blah. You get the picture. I came into Cardano because I found in all the research I was doing for Crypto Magazine, it just ultimately it was the right answer when you have to learn that much about that many different blockchains, and you're resistant to people going, that's no, don't trust Card. No, it's a failed project. Oh no, it's nonsense. If you've got a little bit of a tough skin, then you look what's under the hood, and it turns out Cardano is the right place to be. So I got into Cardano, spent a bit of time in the community, and got offered a job with a company that I work for now called SnapBrillia, and I'm their chief marketing officer, whatever that means. Right? Never done it before, so who knows. We help to educate people. Our company educates people in the developing world in Web3, Plutus, traditional Web2 stuff, JavaScript. I have a team of interns who I teach marketing, brand development, brand identity stuff, that kind of stuff. And as products, as products and services goes, we're basically building like a Web3 version of Fiverr.
So Thomas, were you at the conference in Colorado?
No, but I believe a member of my team would have been.
Yeah, because I met some of these guys over there.
Did you meet Nin?
Yeah,
Nin
was the guy that gave the ticket. So he actually sent us the ticket. I just want to real quick, because I'm going to have to run here. I posted, as you can see, it says Metaverse Standards Organization. And this is an organization that I am part of. And actually what is called the Metaverse Standards Forum. And this is a group of people, you can look into it. And if you go in under, for instance, members, you will see actually our name, NFT DAO, is under there. And this is a group, worldwide group of members from different kind of organizations, anything from Apple, Pixar, Disney, NVIDIA, you name it. They all are getting together, or we are, should I say, getting together to kind of create a format for what can we do to make the metaverse standardizations for the metaverse. And we have been very fortunate to be part of this group. Sebastian, you have to remind me, it's maybe 3 months. And
July.
Oh, July, right? Thank you. And this is actually a pretty big thing, and I do think that
I'm sure you're talking about the metaverse and not like massively multiplayer online games. which is what people
No,
think. The
we're
metaverse is.
we're talking about if you I think the best explanation to this would be is that if you think about IEEE is the organization that sets the standards for electric utilities. If you are buying a racer and you want to plug it into the network, it has to go through IEEE to make it standard format and all that kind of stuff. And of course, IEEE standard format for electricity in Europe is a little bit different than it is here in the United States. And the people within the world of both gaming, film, you name it, started this metaverse standard organization just in this form of saying that, okay, how can we build this and make it safe for everybody in the future to use? And so I just want to let you guys know that we are as NFT DAO part under the Cardano, so that when we learn things from them,
You guys are partnered with Intel?
No.
Sorry?
Lenovo?
No, we're part of that organization, but no, none of those companies.
no,
Okay, so the metaverse. Okay.
the Metaverse Standard Forum is Kronos is the organization from the top. And then you have the Metaverse Standard Forum is the group of people that everybody gathers under. And then you will have core members that are voting members, for instance, on certain things on how we're going to go forward on this. And NFT DAO, since we've been part of this pretty much since the beginning, we are now voting members. So I just wanted to add that, but because unfortunately here within a minute or two, I'm going to have to leave to join one of those meetings. And but I am here to learn as much as I can from you guys, because who knows, maybe one of you guys will come up with something that will become part of a standard for the new world of metaverse. Who knows, right? And if you don't open the doors for everybody to say their say or listen, then we might miss out on something.
Great, thank you. So yeah, quickly, I don't know, James, how is your NFT project going?
The NFT project is okay. Design is great. We have not manifested anything yet. We still at the point where we are trying to find credible developers. We have a problem where we have all the connection you could possibly want in Africa. We have all the implementation we could possibly want. The thing is, we haven't found developers that fully understand blockchain yet, and the last person we talked to about our project, he didn't want to necessarily help us with our project is because our NFT on the back end, once we develop the token, we have to add the tokens onto the NFT. So each NFT gets 1,000 tokens on the back end. And that was the problem we fell out at, because he's like, we need to finish up the token before he can even start working on the NFT, and we bumped heads over there. So yeah, it's not going right now.
Well,
that's why I'm at.
if you want, we're developing a Docker image that allows any project to take that, deploy it on the front end, and mint NFTs without having to code that part. We think we're going to have it by the end of January, first week of February. So
Breaking in and out.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me better now? Right.
Yes.
So
It might be your internet, James, because I
Yes.
heard Sebastian, and Sebastian also speaks
Now I can
very
hear you a
fast.
little better. Thank you.
right. So we are creating a system to allow anyone to integrate NFTs with them. I think we lost James. Yeah. So
Hello?
yeah. Can you hear us now?
So sorry, I fell off. My internet dropped. Apologize.
No worries. I think we lost him
So
again.
I would suggest, Sebastian, go ahead and keep explaining, because it's recorded. Let's make sure James gets a link. Thank you, Eric. You've got a skedaddle. Thank you so much for this. Very good. So James, there'll be a recording. So hang in there.
Kosha. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So, well, what brings you here?
Hi. So, hello, everyone. Very nice to see this platform. This is my very first time of being on this group and this platform. I am enthusiastic for crypto and further one step Cardano. I'm here to learn from everyone. In terms of my background, I am a hardcore finance lady. Have passed all of my life in finance, but looking at all these new upcomings in Cardano and crypto as a space, metaverse, I want to get involved in that space rather than just being a hardcore finance. Probably James is developing NFT. I may not be a techie lady and techie brain, but definitely I bring in the finance side of it. And my goal is to actually enter into finance space in the crypto world.
Yeah, that's great. So if you want to write me an email, maybe we can discuss if you want to join NFT DAO. At the moment, we are open. So yes, we are at the moment developing our own platform. So yeah, just write me if you want to know about that.
Yeah, sure. I have taken a lot of CFO positions as well. So yeah, you mentioned something. Sorry, I'm just checking my chat simultaneously. James, we are looking for a CFO. Yes, of course, that can be, that's the sort of role that I'm looking forward to in terms of finance. So yeah, shall I'll reach out to you. Sure. Thank you.
Right. So James, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. I just personal message her just now.
Sure.
I'm back and I can hear everyone. Sorry about that. Internet just, yeah, I had to close a bunch of pages out. I was in the other room and I had like 8 or 9 different DAOs open. We was reviewing DAOs. Sorry.
No worries. Yes. Yeah. So quickly, I just want to tell you that
We was talking about the front end and the back end where when I got cut off. I apologize. Go ahead.
Sure, no worries. So at the NFT DAO, we are developing a Docker image that allows you to deploy NFT minting capabilities on your front end without having to ever do any Bluetooth or any smart contract development. Just going to be a Docker image. You deploy it and that's it, right? Now, you are thinking that's going to come at the end of January, maybe first week of February. Is in development currently. So if you want updates on that, just write at my email and I will send you how is the project going.
Certainly. So that is something that you think by like March could be implemented in a project?
February, we think we'll have it ready. First week of February.
Oh, I just said March just to
January.
give a little space. Okay.
No, I mean,
right.
because we are going to use it on our own platform and we are targeting the sale for our NFTs by the last week of February. So yeah, it has to be ready before that. So yeah, I think first week of February.
That's actually, that's great. That's great. Because I'm working with a timeline where I'm currently working with 2 political parties in my country, and those are the 2 largest political parties, the current administration and also the largest administration. And next year is an election. So we are trying to implement everything so we can push it out for next year, since that we have such a big window and leniencies to implement whatever it is that we want to implement. So
Right.
so yeah, that's a good timeline.
Perfect. Yeah. So write me and I will send you the info.
All right.
Yeah. Any last questions, guys? I think we finished the hour that is supposed to last.
I'm good. Thank you for this, Sebastian. Just need this recording after you're done.
Yeah,
I'll spread the word.
I'll send it to Swarm. I think they uploaded to their YouTube and I'll send you the link when it's ready.
Perfect. Thank you. Nice meeting you all, James, Kosha.
Pleasure meeting you.
All right. See you next time.
Nice meeting you, everyone.
You too. Well, goodbye, guys.
Pleasure was mine. If you could please send an email, I really appreciate it.
Is there in the chat? Don't you see it?
Oh, yes, I got you. I was talking about Ms. Kusha.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that how you pronounce your name, ma'am?
That's right. That's correct. I will send you an email. Thank you. And I would like to know more about your project that you are currently handling.
Absolutely. All we're basically trying to do is find a way to help the people of Africa to assist the government since the government cannot afford anything. And then also create a system with blockchain. It allows us to create basically a free welfare system for the people. Each and every day, the people create data. Africa have the youngest population in the world. So this young population is creating a ridiculous amount of data. Now, if we was to take a Tyler Prism and give it to each person free of charge within our ecosystem, and we go out in the community and give these people then on our ecosystem and use Natala Prism are creating a bunch of data. And as they are doing that on the back end, we do data research. 50% of it goes to the people. 25% goes to the foundation to keep funding the project, and the other 25% goes to funding the cryptocurrency, which means the cryptocurrency have a solid funding of 1.3 billion people producing constant data every day that is being flowed directly into the cryptocurrency and pumping the cryptocurrency. So you, in turn, you're creating a free welfare system. And in order to get the government to use this system, you are giving them a lot of laptops and desktops for free in order for them to utilize the system. So you are assisting these governments that might not have the the capital that most of these larger nations would have in order to assist the law enforcement. And last but not least, those people who are actually investing in the cryptocurrency, you are giving them the insurance of saying, okay, our crypto will be backed by something, and that something is actually the data of the African people, because the people have the right to opt in and out of the data, being that they own their own sovereign identity. So yeah, that's
That's a great idea.
I'm working on the whole elevator pitch. I'm still working on it. But yeah, hopefully email me and we can set up a Zoom or something and I can go over it more with you. Profit company working for the nonprofit. So when I was talking about the CFO is for the for-profit. That's the email there. So please hit us up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
James, are you part of WADA yet?
I actually started talking to the water people. I haven't fully got in touch with them because when we first got in touch with them, it was a whole thing about changing the name to suit them. And we have more political influence in Africa than they do. Our project is strong. They might have a few people that might be known within the Cardano community, but that doesn't necessarily make them strong within Africa for us to change our name to cater to them, because Shield is our name is Shield, SHIELD. We are the Shield Project. Shield stands for social wellness, healthcare, identity, education, legal documents, and the last part is data research, because we would like to give a healthcare system to the healthcare community in Africa free of charge. On a DOA system. And that system, our healthcare system, it can be utilized to do large data research for pharmaceutical companies that can pay this system. And then 50% automatically goes to people, 25% goes directly into the cryptocurrency.
So
with
WADA,
all these stuff that we are doing, we don't feel like we need to change our name to suit them,
no,
because the
I'm
name
not
goes
sure.
exactly
I'm not sure how that works, but I know WADA is a ground up community interested in impact in Africa. I'm not sure that you have to change your name to WADA.
No, they're a great community. No, they are great. They're interested in us.
Yeah, so
No,
just
they were
stay
asking us to
connected
change
to the
our
community.
healthcare system name, because when I'm
Yeah, just stay
no,
connected to the
absolutely. So what happened
community.
was I
So,
met with Miss.
okay, go ahead.
I'm very connected with the community. What happened is I met with a bunch of people, including Mr. Charles Hawkinson, right? And Mr. Charles was able to sit down with me and broke down our complete plan, right? And once he broke it down, he showed me a few things. Being that we are Shield, we took our whole system and put it to one. He told us to break it apart And the best way for us to do is to take our education plan and go ahead and work with the education team of Cardano, which was trying to do to work with the education team of the Cardano. And then what we did was we went to Liberia and talked to the University of Liberia and got them to sign a contract with us, as well as the other universities signed a contract with us for us to go ahead and start to work with them. Now, in order for us to grow from there, this was about 2 months ago, for us to grow from there was trying to get water to come in and help us more because we don't fully comprehend the technology aspect of Cardano. And for them to come in, as was talking to one of the head, they wanted us to change the whole name of our project. And I'm like, if we met with the CEO of ROG and he tells us we have a great thing, everything is great, he can't wait for
Yeah,
us to
it
boom
sounds
it through, that we
like
need to work with you guys
it
because
sounds like a misunderstanding. Yeah, so
yeah,
just keep at it.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm at it.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
literally have contacted a bunch
Sorry,
of people,
guys.
but my thing is,
Yeah,
we have
sorry,
worked
sorry,
7 years
James,
on this project. We're
James,
not going to change
Sorry,
anything.
James.
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
you gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, I have
Yeah,
to go for a work meeting, so I'm gonna have
I'm
to
so sorry,
close
brother.
it. So,
James,
It's
drop your
Cardano for
email in
Planet.
there real quick into the chat because we'll connect, okay?
I have the company email that's QuidiPa, and I'm gonna put my QQ.
James, where are you based?
Thanks,
I'm
Sebastian.
actually
You don't have
based
to
in
close
San
the meeting, I
Francisco.
don't think. Just maybe shut off the recording. And
okay
then
then.
I'll
See you
hold
then.
the space until we go.
Okay then. Bye bye, everyone.
Okay.